All right, we're still in this 96 Camry, kind of going through a laundry list of stuff that it needs to get it roadworthy or tip-top shape. So it needs a passenger side axle. These are the real long ones that have the carrier bearing in the middle. It's a little more involved than a regular axle, but not that much. It's pretty easy to do. So you just get your cotter pin out and get yourself a 30 millimeter, and take this nut off with your gun, and then we'll pick up after that. All right, so once you get your nut off and all that good stuff, this should push in. Hopefully yours isn't seized in. It does happen sometimes. This one is moving back and forth, so we're good to go on that. Now you get yourself a 22 millimeter opening, 22 millimeter socket. Take out these two bolts on the strut, and then we'll pull this whole spindle forward, and it should release the front of the axle here. So hopefully these things aren't too rusty. Pull that in. May have to push in the spindle a little bit to get that last bolt up. And then this should come out. Pull your axle out like that. Now on these they have a carrier bearing back there. And there's a clip and a bolt. I'll show you closer how to get to that. So. Alright, so if you look through your wheel well here, I'll use a screwdriver to kind of point it out. You have this snap clip right here, and you have to compress those with a pair of, I use long needle nose or channel lock, whatever you can get in there. It's usually not that hard. Just compress it, and then it'll pop out of that groove on this bracket, carrier bracket. So that'll be, that you do that first, and there's one more bolt you have to get out, and then the axle should slide out. I've had problems with these before where they're seized in there. Hopefully this was actually on a Camry before. I had to actually take the bracket off and put it in a press, but hopefully this one's not like that. So just compress this clip right here, get it out of the groove, which usually is pretty easy, and then there's a bolt underneath this bracket that we take out, and then this should slide out. So I'll pick it up and show you where the bolt's at. Alright, I'm out of the car now. You can see that clip is released from the bracket here. It's just hanging. Now you got this 14 millimeter bolt that you have to take loose. Go ahead and take that out. And then this axle should, hopefully if it's not seized into that bracket there, it should pull out. You want to put a little pan back by the transmission. You might lose a little bit of fluid, probably not much. But anyway, I will see if I can get this slid out, and then we'll slide the new one in. Alright, took some pretty good hits on it. What I normally do is I'll put a pickle fork, kind of stick it right there. You know, don't hit that that C-clip there. You don't want to mess that up. But I'll stick that pickle fork right there and bang on it. You know, these cars are getting older, so they're hard. You can see this one pretty rusty right there. So that's what holds it in. It gets seized up in there. But 3 or 4 good hits and it came out. So anyway, that's just a little tip. If yours doesn't come out, put a pickle fork right there or some kind of blunt object and go to town on it. Alright, so I slid the new one in. It went about 3/4 of the way in, and sometimes you have to just tap on them a little. So what I do, just to protect the threads, I put the bolt on, or the nut on. Just give it a couple love taps, and that'll seat it. You know, once you see that the seal protector for the axle is seated against the transmission, that's as far as you can go. You want to get it in far enough where you can put this ring back in, the snap ring back in, and all that good stuff. So that's just, you know, snap that back in, put your bolt back in, and then you're done with the carrier bearing. Alright, so I got the axle slid back in. I got that clip back in. Didn't really show how to put that clip back in. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but I used a pair of big pliers and I used a screwdriver to push the back of the clip in while I compress the front. Because it's 5 minutes of playing the dancing with it to get it in, but it's in there. Then you slide pull your spindle up, slide the axle in, get these bolts started. Usually use a screwdriver, something kind of get them lined up halfway, and anyway, we'll put these 2 bolts in and then put the new axle nut on, and this will be pretty much zipped up for this car. All right, so you want to go ahead and put your new nut on and torque it down to 217 foot-pounds. If you don't put the wheel on first, you can either have someone hold the brake so it doesn't rotate, or you can put a long pry bar between the studs here and hold it while you torque it. But that's 217 foot-pounds on the front axle here. So that's pretty much it to put the passenger side axle in an '96 Camry. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. If you like this video, give us a subscribe on YouTube, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.